So I've kind of promised in this channel to keep it real, and my goal is to capture the parts of activities that people aren't capturing. I'm starting to find that there is a reason why some of these moments don't get captured. Case in point, yesterday I went for my first long training run for my trail half marathon that I'm running in October. I've been nervous about this training run for a couple of days, not because I didn't think I had the fitness to complete the run, but because I had to go by myself. And I, as I mentioned in a reel before, I'm afraid of a number of things, including like being alone and when it's too quiet and mountain lions. And so the first like 3 miles of the run were in sort of like a canyon that was like wooded, and it felt very like claustrophobic to me. And I was literally like talking out loud to myself the whole time. I was really scared. And now that I'm not scared, or later when I took some videos on my phone, when I sort of like topped out, I came out at the top of the canyon and I was in like on a fire road that was exposed, and there were like mountain bikers that were passing me, there were people around, and that felt a lot better. And so I think that it's hard for me to convey how afraid I am to be by myself in the woods, and it's like bordering on panic. And I have to sort of like force myself. Today it was a loop, but other times I go out and back, and I'm like, I have to go at least to the out point. That's how far you have to be brave, is to get to the turnaround. Because once you get to the turnaround, you have to do the whole thing. So you have no choice. So you only have to be courageous enough to get to the turnaround. So yesterday when I was running, I kept saying to myself and thinking like, you just have to keep moving forward. You just have to get past what the halfway point would be, and then you don't turn around. And I felt much better after that, and I really enjoyed the second half of the run. I was just kind of bombing down the hill, and there were mountain bikers coming up in the opposite direction, and it was great. But I really want to highlight that because I watch a lot of content with people who are out doing solo adventuring, and it's possible that they are just like not afraid, or that they're so used to it, or they know the route, or maybe they live in a place that doesn't have like wild animal threat, or it's not as urban, so they're not worried about running into people. I don't know. I don't live their lives, but I watch them, and I never hear anybody say, and I was feeling super nervous to be by myself in this space, and I was like really scared, like bordering on panic. The longest stretch I probably went without seeing someone was like 10 minutes, but it just feels like you're so alone and you're so isolated, and you get in your head and then you just like spiral, or I do, and I bet other people do too. And so I'm really proud then when I end up being able to do this and to finish it, because like the athletic achievement or the physical achievement is one thing, that's fine, but the fact that I was really, really scared and kept moving forward is what I'm even more proud of. And I think that there's a time and a place to listen to your intuition, but when your like nervous system is alarming every time you do something, it's really important to pay attention to what is an internal struggle for you versus what is your body or your intuition telling you is not safe. I don't have any footage of that part of my run yesterday because I was too scared even to stop. I thought if I stop to take out my camera, I'm gonna turn around. I have to keep moving forward and put one foot in front of the other. I know this is a loop, I have to keep going. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. This is the sort of thing that I think is missing online, and I want other people to know that like I did this thing yesterday and I was really scared while I was doing it. It was really uncomfortable, and there's no mitigating that. It was just scary and uncomfortable for part of it, and it turned out fine. But if you find yourself like honestly terrified when you're going out to do things by yourself, I hear you. It's okay to feel scared. I also feel scared, and we're gonna learn how to deal with it together.